You're watching Eurofootball Daily, and here are this week's biggest transfer rumours from across the continent. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications on to stay up to date with all the gossip. You know the drill by now, so let's get straight into it. Following their historic humiliation in El Clasico on Sunday, it's no surprise to see talk of a major summer rebuild at Real Madrid amplified in the Spanish press at the beginning of this week. And perhaps the most obvious takeaway from their 4-0 defeat to Barcelona is the fact that it will take more than just Kylian Mbappe to regenerate this Madrid side, with problems on display across the back line and in midfield. And according to Catalan outlet El Nacional, Inter star Nicolo Barrella could be on their shopping list this summer. The Italian midfielder is apparently a favourite of Real boss and countryman Carlo Ancelotti, and if signed would signal the third piece of a gradual midfield rebuild after Fede Valverde and Eduardo Camavinga. An excellent technical player who creates around 2 chances and takes around 2 shots a match, and ranks second in the Serie A assist charts this term, the 25-year-old is also super dynamic and defensively astute. The kind of qualities Real could have done with more of on Sunday evening. According to the report, signing Barella would effectively signal the end of Toni Kroos's long career at the Bernabeu. The German veteran is now 32, sees his contract expire in 2023 and has received criticism for his performances in recent weeks. However, Inter's valuation of their top midfielder does represent a potential stumbling block. The Italian champions are apparently willing to hold out for €80 million for the former Cagliari man, the kind of price tag that may be out of reach for Real given their pursuit of Kylian Mbappe and a potential move for Erling Haaland. Sales would probably be necessary to raise funds needed to prize Barella away from the San Siro, starting with Kroos. Another midfielder strongly linked with a move to the Bernabeu is Monaco's Aurelien Tchouameni, who is fast earning a reputation as one of Europe's most exciting deep-lying operators. Coming off another excellent display in his side's 3-0 demolition of Ligue 1 leaders PSG, in which he completed 6 long balls, sustained a 98% pass accuracy and made 4 tackles and interceptions, it's no surprise that the 22-year-old is in high demand. What's more, his contract in the Principality expires in just over 2 years, meaning that if his club want to collect a decent fee for him, this summer may be the time to sell. Signed from Bordeaux in 2020 for €18 million, Tchouameni has become a key member of the Monegasque squad, making the Ligue 1 team of the season and winning the competition's Young Player of the Year award last season. This season, he's racked up more league minutes than any other outfielder at the club and has even captained the side on a couple of occasions. He's now worth at least double what Monaco paid for him 2 years ago, and according to French outlet Foot Mercato, they will not sell for less than €50 million. While Bordeaux would also be set to benefit from a 20% sell-on clause, something that would be particularly useful this summer given they currently sit bottom of the table and could well be playing in the second tier next season. The report also states that it's not just Madrid who are keen on the young midfielder, with Liverpool also looking to rejuvenate their midfield this summer, while Premier League rivals Chelsea are also apparently interested. He would certainly represent a cheaper alternative to Declan Rice. Unsurprisingly, PSG have also been linked with the young star, who made his France debut last year and now has 7 caps to his name. But which club would you like to see Tchouameni at next? Let us know in the comments. It's midfield central on today's Euro transfer talk, as we now need to cover the latest on Ryan Gravenberg to Bayern Munich. The German champions are long-time admirers of the Ajax prodigy, who doesn't turn 20 until May but has already made 10 appearances for the Netherlands, racked up almost 100 senior appearances under Erik ten Hag, and has been crucial in the club's pursuit of a 3rd successive Eredivisie title. And now it looks like they are odds on to land the Dutch international, and in true Bayern fashion, they may be able to land him for a bargain fee. On the weekend, Dutch journalist Mike Verwijk reported in De Telegraaf that the Bavarians are readying a €25 million offer for the 19-year-old, whose contract at the Johan Cruyff Arena is up in 2023. This comes after Bayern CEO Oliver Kahn and sporting director Hasan Salihamidzic reportedly met with the player the day after Ajax's loss to Benfica in the Champions League last 16, while the youngster is not expected to sign a new deal in Amsterdam after the club failed to meet his wage demands. So while the Dutch giants are understandably keen to extract a bigger fee than what Bayern are currently offering, with current reports suggesting they are after at least €35 million, Edwin van der Sar and co are not in a great negotiating position. According to Fabrizio Romano, as it stands they would receive just €15 million initially, with add-ons reaching a potential further €10 million. Man United and Real Madrid were also both linked with a move for Gravenberg, but these latest developments seem to confirm that Bayern are leading the race to sign him. And with the player confirming last month that he wouldn't run down his contract at the club out of respect, it looks almost certain he will be joining a new side in the summer. Over to Italy now, as after months of speculation, Paulo Dybala's contract situation at Juventus has finally reached a conclusion. That's because it's now been confirmed that the Argentinian forward will leave Turin when his deal expires in the summer, bringing an end to a 7-year career at the Allianz Stadium that saw him pick up 5 Serie A titles, 4 Coppas Italia, and finish runner-up in the Champions League in 2017. He's also not short of personal accolades, making the Serie A Team of the Year 4 times and named the league's MVP in 2019-20. The news was confirmed by both Fabrizio Romano and Sky Sports News on Monday afternoon, and comes after Dybala and Juve had initially reached a verbal agreement over a new contract back in October, a deal that would have seen the player earn an €8 million plus €2 million net salary and kept him in Turin until 2026. However, Juve have since reportedly gone back on that offer, and their amended proposal is not deemed good enough by Dybala, and following a breakdown in negotiations between the club and agent Georges Antoine, he is now set to begin his search for a new employer. And given the 28-year-old won't require a transfer fee, there will be no shortage of suitors. Man United were of course heavily linked with the former Palermo man back in 2019 amid a possible swap deal with then United striker Romelu Lukaku, while Tottenham were seemingly set to sign him that same window before the deal eventually fell through. He also looked odds on for a move to PSG before the French giants picked for Mauro Icardi instead. Ever since then, Dybala has been in on-off negotiations over a new contract in Turin, and so the situation he now finds himself in has been almost 3 years in the making. Unsurprisingly, Spurs are back in the rumour mill with Dejan Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur following Juve's former sporting director Fabio Paratici to North London in January, while he could also appeal to Premier League leaders Manchester City as an alternative to the pricey Erling Haaland. Challengers Liverpool have also been linked, along with usual suspects like Barcelona and Inter Milan. But where do you think Dybala will end up, and did Juve make a mistake by failing to sell him earlier? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We stay in Serie A for our final story, and it's a big one, as Milan star Franck Kessié's move to Barcelona is as good as done. This news comes after Italian transfer expert Gianluca Di Marzio announced last night that the Ivorian midfielder had completed a medical with the Catalan giants in Switzerland, and that a verbal agreement had been reached on a contract worth in the region of €7 million a year. It brings an end to a 5-year stay at the San Siro for Kessié, who initially signed for the Rossoneri on loan from Atalanta in 2017 before making his move permanent 2 years later, and it will also be the 25-year-old's first departure from Italy since moving from the Ivory Coast in 2015. During his time in Milan, Kessié made 215 appearances, scored 38 goals, and made the Serie A team of the season last year. And with Stefano Pioli's side top of Serie A and awaiting a Coppa Italia semi-final second leg with arch-rivals Inter, he will also be hoping to leave Italy with the first silverware of his career. It would certainly be deserved for one of the club's top performers of recent years. But the move also brings question marks about the future of Barcelona's midfield. Following the emergence of Pedri, Gavi and Nico, Barca are stacked in the middle of the park, while veteran Sergio Busquets has also been on top form this term. Kessié's arrival, coupled with Barcelona's ongoing financial restraints, will no doubt see speculation over the future of Frenkie de Jong, one of their most valuable assets, grow over the next few weeks. But how big a miss will Kessié be to Milan, and how do you see him fitting in at Barca? Let us know down below. So that's all we have time for on Euro Transfer Talk for this week. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave it a like, as it really helps us with the algorithm, and why not subscribe to Euro Football Daily if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.